Okay. Okay. So tender notice. So here you can have a tender notice. So tender notice number, so you can have the number, then you will have the date. That is must. Number and date. Okay. So you can write a tender notice like this, and you can publish it. Seal tender in prescribed format for following work are invited from the register contract in appropriate class of contractor with dash dash in government. Okay, म्हणजे काय असेल तुमचा क्लास, गव्हर्नमेंटने त्यांना कॉन्ट्रॅक्टरला क्लास दिलेला असतो. सो टू रीच द ऑफिस अप टू द 5 PM of the date so and so. Tenders will be opened on the same day at 6 PM if possible in presence of the intending tenders or their representatives. Blank tender forms are available with payment of so and so, which is not refundable on working days from this to this, during office hours from time to this time, on weekly working days up to this, and on Saturdays up to this. So like this you can have the tender notice. Contractor desires to obtain tender forms by post may submit this in advance as a regular tender fee, so plus postage charge. The earnest money in this form particularly you have to fill in treasury challan, so it should be accompanied by the tender. Earnest money particularly in the form of cash or in the form of check will not be accepted. You should write. Then you may have these contract documents can be seen, whatever the contract documents or estimated or project documents can be seen. Prospective bidders during the office hours from 2 to during time पण तुम्ही देऊ शकता. In the office of so and so undersigned. Further particulars in the connection with the work can be had from the same office. म्हणजे काही असेल तुमची क्वेरी वगैरे. The authority competent to accept or reject. All rights are reserved with the competent authority of accepting the tender or rejecting the tender without any reason. So this type of notice words are there in notice, and then you have in brief serial number, what type of work that is to be carried out. Erection of 150 kVA 11 kV by 400 volts of distribution transformer substation, say at Government Polytechnic Aurangabad. Okay, then estimated cost so and so, earnest money so and so. Estimated cost means cost of work. Earnest money, this is deposit. Security, this is deposit. Time limit of working 2 months. Tender form, that is percentage rate tender. Date and the authority, name of the authority, say AC, Superintendent Engineer, BNC, Electrical Circle, Mumbai. Like this, you will publish tender notice in the newspaper on website. Okay. You may ask to prepare tender notice also. Any doubt regarding this? Earnest money deposit, it is sometimes non-refundable. Security deposit, it is refundable. म्हणजे जर मध्येच कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर वगैरे पळून गेला तर त्याचं सिक्युरिटी डिपॉझिट परत भेटणार नाही, त्यामुळे तो बांधील असेल काम करण्यासाठी. ओके. आणि अर्नेस्ट मनी ही साधारणतः एस्टिमेटेड कॉस्टच्या किती आहे 10% असते. एस्टिमेटेड कॉस्टच्या 10% जास्तीत जास्त अर्नेस्ट मनी तुम्ही घेऊ शकता. आणि सिक्युरिटी डिपॉझिट रिफंडेबल आहे. काम पूर्ण झाल्यानंतर सॅटिस्फॅक्टरी झाल्यानंतर यू कॅन रिफंड दिस. This earnest money may be sometimes refunded, but sometimes the problem arises. In that case, you may have third-party inspection and all this. If third-party inspection is there, it is expected, then this earnest money deposit is with this superintending engineer. If third-party inspection is correct, then this can be released. म्हणजे त्याला 90% काम भेटेल, पैसे भेटतील. 10% साठी त्याला थर्ड पार्टी इन्स्पेक्शन करावं लागेल. ओके, एनी मोर? Okay, procedure for that is followed to fill the tender and award of the work. Now once you have published the notice, then next is you have to follow the procedure. That contractor will follow the procedure to fill the tender, and then the authority will go through the procedure and award the work. So contractor reads the notice, then he understood the type of work. He may visit to the office, he may see the tender, he may purchase the tender document, he may deposit the earnest money, he may deposit the security, he will attach the challenge that he has deposited in treasury and attach with his tender document. He will prepare the tender document as per the type of tender document it is asked. Okay, he will complete entire exercise. Okay, filling of the tender. He will once again check everything is filled, yes, no, whatever. Then he will found that the conditions, that whatever particular document, the condition is suitable for him, and he will definitely fill the form. Then he will do these following things: notice inviting tender, he will go tendering form, then he will schedule the quantities, materials, tools, whatever he will see in the department. He will see the estimate, he will study the estimate, he will think about the special terms and conditions. He will complete the specification of the work that is to be executed. Then he will have the special specifications. If it is there, he will go through that. Then he will get one set of drawing if he is required for study purpose. Then all documents he will fill page by page. He will sign page by page. Okay, after completing all these documents, बऱ्याच गोष्टी असतात. इन्कम टॅक्स क्लिअरन्स, then you may have certificate of contractor license. He has to attach all these certificates carrying to the government, that is PWD. सगळं तुम्ही करू शकता. and then म्हणजे जे जे काही रिक्वायर्ड आहे, as रेल्वेचं टेंडर असेल तर त्यांची रिक्वायरमेंट थोडी वेगळी असेल, सर्टिफिकेटची BNC असेल तर त्यांची थोडी वेगळी असेल, इरिगेशन असेल तर त्यांची वेगळी असेल, MSCB असेल त्यांची थोडी वेगळी असेल. Whatever the eligibility criteria and certificate it is required, all those he has to attach. Okay, then he has to attach the experience certificate of completion of such type of works. Okay, and then by doing all these documents, he will forward that particular tender with sealed document to the concerned authority. He will submit it, okay, within the prescribed date and time. त्याच्यामध्ये एनव्हलप 1, एनव्हलप 2 दोन एनव्हलप असतात. एनव्हलप 1, it is a sealed envelope which is what we can say financial bid, envelope 1. So it includes forwarding letter clearly indicating the document attached in case of contractor desire to submit the tender with any condition or want to clarify some same that should be submitted in this letter. म्हणजे काही अडचण असेल किंवा काही क्लॅरिफिकेशन पाहिजे असेल तर earnest money deposit or certified copy of the certificate regarding the exemption of payment of earnest money deposit etc. that will be there. Then certificate of registration as approved contractor, that will be in envelope 1, that duly attested by gazetted officer. Then income tax clearance, त्याने कामं जे केले त्याचे इन्कम टॅक्स क्लिअरन्स असल्याचं सर्टिफिकेट, that will be provided in the envelope 1. Then certificate of registration under the work contract, म्हणजे as a contractor, म्हणजे त्याचं लायसन, that is also from the competent authority, it is envelope in envelope 1. In case of पार्टनरशिप जर असेल तर फर्म, रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ फर्म अँड पॉवर ऑफ अटॉर्निटी, म्हणजे त्याला अधिकारपत्र असं म्हणतो की समजा त्या फर्मच्या वतीने त्याला टेंडर भरण्याची जे काही अटॅचमेंट सर्टिफिकेट असेल, दॅट इज ऑल्सो इन्क्लुडेड. सो ऑल दिस इज नॉन टेक्निकल. सो ऑल व्हॉट वी कॅन से envelope 1. Envelope 2, that is a technical documents. So it should be contain original tender set that is issued from the department, filled by the contractor and signed by page, which includes details of the work that tendered and in hand as on the date of submission of the tender. Details of the work similar type of carried out by the contractor. Details of the plants and machineries immediately available with the contractor. Details of the technical person available exclusively with for that carrying out that work with that contractor. Details of the executed interior whatever backward hilly areas, याच्याबाबत जर असं काही टेंडर असेल आणि तशा ठिकाणी काम केल्याचं, एक्झिक्युशन केल्याचं काही सर्टिफिकेट असेल तर त्या. डिटेल्स ऑफ द वर्क एक्झिक्युटेड इन इंटेरियर और बॅकवर्ड हिली एरियाज, काही काही वेळेला तुमचे काम अशा ठिकाणी असतात ते तुम्ही काम केलंय का. सो सच लेटर्स आर included in envelope 2 in tender. So he will put all these certificates or all these documents in envelope 2, and these particularly such letters are then dropped in tender box. काही वेळेला टेंडर बॉक्स असतं किंवा काही वेळेला यू मे डायरेक्टली गो अँड सबमिट टू द ऑफिस. जिथे BNC सारख्या मोठ्या मोठ्या ऑर्गनायझेशन असतात, दे आर हॅव्हिंग द टेंडर बॉक्स, म्हणजे तिथं कोणाला जाऊन तुम्हाला भेटायची गरज नाहीये. यू कॅन pack these 2 envelopes, seal these 2 envelopes with documents whatever in mentioned in envelope 2 and envelope 1. Then you can seal those, and then you can seal all this in one particular envelope, and you can drop it in the tender drop box of that particular office, or you can submit it and you can take the receipt also. The sealed tenders are then opened. त्याच्यानंतरची प्रोसिजर आहे की sealed tenders are then opened in presence of the contractors किंवा त्याचे representatives and concerned authority officers after due date and time of the tender. याच्यामध्ये फार जास्त वेळ घालून चालत नाहीये. If there is unavoidable reason, then he may open next day or within a week of the particular last date of the tender acceptance. So that can be done. Then lowest tender. So while opening the tender, the persons will go through the documents from lowest to highest. If lowest is not possible to give the tender as far as the technical specifications are concerned. एक तर पहिली गोष्ट आहे की फर्स्ट टाइम इन व्हेरी फर्स्ट केस envelope 1 is open, envelope 2 ओपन केलं जात नाही. Envelope 1 is open and all required documents are there in envelope 1, and all the required documents are as per the requirement and satisfactory. Then they will go for opening the second envelope of that contractor. Otherwise that contractor particular tender of that particular contractor or document of that particular contractor will be get rejected. So this is the procedure.